Hey guys, what's up? Ashley here, and it's day number 24. Yes, 24. 24 of Vita, and welcome back to another edition of Confessions of a Giggler. So today, another topic that was provided for me by my cousins in my cousin chat was to share some travel stories, like getting stuck somewhere, some travel misadventures, if you will. Like getting trapped in an airport for a long time, whatever, that sort of thing. And I will say that very often, hold on, I have to unplug this because it's like hot and making the video messy, I think. So anyway, so travel misadventures. So airport travel stories. So as I've mentioned probably many times on here before, my mom she used to work for an airline, so we traveled all the time growing up. And we always flew standby. So there were many, many, many times that flights got canceled, that flights were overbooked, oversold, we didn't get on them, stuck in airport all day long, hours on end. So I don't, there's definitely a few different times that stick out, but a lot of it is just the same, and you're just stuck, and there's nothing you can do. You're just there in the airport forever. So I don't know why this video is glitching. At least that's what it looks like to me, and I don't know if that's what it looks like to you. But anyway, so my worst story is the one that I was on the plane with the O-Towns and I got kicked off the plane. Which I did make a full video on that story last year, so I'll link it below. It's pretty funny. You should watch it. Let's just say that I lived very many years thinking that O-Town hated me. or thought I was a crazy fangirl. Obviously I know that that's not true now, but when you're 16, 15, 16, however old I was, and a naive 15, 16. Yeah, that was rough. It was rough. So that one was the worst one by far. I just remember just crying, crying. And there were other ones, so after my sister's wedding, my sister Caitlin got married in St. Martin, and after her wedding, we were all going on the plane to go home, a whole bunch of people, and I bought a ticket because I was like, this is a real deal. I have to be there for the wedding. So we bought a ticket, and we go home, and the door to the plane is broken. So no one is leaving on that plane. So because you're on an island, they can't just easily swap the aircraft. They can't just easily fix the plane. The parts have to be flown in from wherever. They can't just they don't just have them there. So that was a disaster. But everyone, so a big group of us went to the airport in the morning thinking we were gonna go home, and then we were just sitting in the St. Martin airport all day long, and then another big group of people came who were leaving on a much later flight, and they were like, hey, what are you guys still doing here? We're like, yeah, our plane is broken. So we waited there all day, and finally they were like, yeah, this is not gonna happen today. So they sent everyone to a hotel, and we got rooms at the hotel that was next to the airport. Pretty nice hotel. And so it was yes, it's great, you get to stay another night at a nice hotel on a nice island, but at the same time, at that point in the trip, you're just ready to go home. And like sitting in the airport all day is not your ideal like version of good times on an island, you know? And then the next time that I went, I didn't go back to St. Martin for years after that. And the very next time I went back and I tried to leave again on a purchased plane ticket, there was a maintenance issue again, and again we had to go to a hotel overnight. I was like, oh, come on. I'm never coming back here again. Like, what are the chances? So that was rough. But there are a lot of times, like, trying to get home from Orlando or from Las Vegas or whatever, that you just tried to get on that first flight hoping that, you know, people didn't show up, and and you just sit there all day long. Like, my mom used to just, like, she would go up to the counter and she would tell them, like, hey, if you only have less seats than we have in our party, that's fine. We'll split up. And she'd like send a few of us ahead. Like, if there were 5 of us flying, she would send like 2 or 3 people ahead, and then we would just wait at the next airport for her. And like, if a parent tried to do that now with like kids in their young teens, like, that would definitely not go over well. But yeah, like, there were plenty of times that she would send us down to Orlando, like, on the plane by ourselves, and then we would just sit at the airport and wait for the next flight that she was going to be on, and we just wait for her. And, like, we did walk around the airport a lot. We rode the monorail. We would do whatever. But, like, yeah, she just send us along by ourselves. But yeah, that's most of the flying type of memories, like getting trapped and stranded in the airport, that I can think of. And like, this is before you had all kinds of electronics and stuff, so it wasn't like, okay, well, I'm stuck here, let me just open my tablet and watch another episode of whatever I happen to be watching at the time. Like, you literally just sat there all day and did nothing. But yeah, so lots of times I've gotten stranded, and check out my O-Town story below. And yeah, so I think that's gonna be it for me for today, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Love you. Bye.